there is a lot of work that is being done by the bigger corporates to bring on those in the SME sector and empower them as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause to Nyandia Kamawe, who is the founder of MokoMaya, and she's doing some beautiful work with glass, and she'll tell us all about it. Karibu sana, Nyandia.
Good morning. I'm glad I made it up here without falling. That was the first mountain to conquer. I am so excited to be here. My name is Nyandia Kamawe, as I've been introduced. I am the founder and CEO of MokoMaya. MokoMaya is a home decor company, and what we focus and specialize in is upcycling glass bottle waste. Why am I on this red stage? Years ago, when COVID came by, I was a design teacher. I was teaching UI UX design for 9 years, and once COVID came around, teaching design online was just not exciting for me anymore. So at a time when everyone was holding on to their job, I was like, who needs a job? I quit my job. And when I quit my job, what did I start doing? I started doing what I know, creating. And at that time, we were on lockdown, so what I had in my hands was bottles. I had gunias of bottles I had collected over the years where people were like, what are you going to do with these chupas? And so I was like, okay, let's see what we can do with these things. Everyone was making banana bread. I was cutting bottles and painting them. And so that is where MokoMaya was born. For those who speak French, you know it means these hands. When I started my business, I was starting it as a creative. I was not starting a circular sustainability. Those words were not in my mouth. But a lady saw what I was doing on Instagram, and she had a flyer for She Stars program with Absa. And she said, you know, you have a sustainable business, why don't you apply? And I was like, oh, I don't even have a business, my friend. I just had a hustle. Because I was posting pictures online, people were buying, I was doing pop-up markets here and there, but I had no story, I had no vision, I was just trying to survive because I had quit my job very irrationally. And so I applied to She Stars with Absa. There was a partnership between Absa, Yunus Environment Hub, and GIZ. I was lucky I got taken on board, and the first thing that was very valuable to me was that it was a woman's only program. I have nothing against men, but women around women tend to be a bit more honest and vulnerable, so it was a very safe space for me to be honest that I had no idea what I was doing. But it also gave me access to resources that I otherwise would not have been able to reach without the partnership of Absa and the other partners. I was connected to a mentor, I was connected to industry experts, compliance people. So to be able to have that kind of validation for me, because I was a dot in an ocean. And so this moment for me was like, I'm doing something, I'm actually sustainable, so it was very validating. I walked out of that program into the reality that I was a sustainable business and that there was an opportunity here. When I look in the room, I see Juanita with EABL. Juanita is an example of the first people that took a chance on me after my She Stars program. She gave me an opportunity to create gifts for the sustainability report launch for EABL last year. So last year I was here in the back supplying. This year I'm on stage. Why bottles? Number one, it's a very readily, easily available raw material that's a menace in our society. We have piles and piles of bottles lying around. When they break, there are health hazards in communities. When they pile in a landfill, they don't decompose. They just sit there and they continue piling on. And so when you look at, I read a report about 3 years ago in Kenya, we were looking at 270,000 tons of glass waste, only 30% being recovered. And so what does that mean? If you think of what 270,000 tons of anything looks like, you can imagine how much glass waste that is. And if our consumer habits continue to stay the way they are, we are creating a real nightmare for the future. Over the last 1 year, we have grown. I've been excited to partner with EABL on their Rudisha program. Rudisha program takes glass bottles directly from outlets. We convert them into things that can be used by the same outlets in their restaurants, their bars, and their clubs. And so that has also given our business a boost and a visibility that we otherwise did not have. Thank you, Anita. And so what that has also taught me is that there's an opportunity that when you partner with big business, as a small business, I am able to grow, create more opportunities. Today, if you come to our workshop, I have ladies who work for me. I have no gentleman, I'm sorry to say, but it was not intentional, but I did end up with realizing and recognizing our value in my community. We are based in Kabiria, Dagoretti, and what that means is that we're in a rural area which has a lot of women who are just looking for an opportunity, but an opportunity that's also flexible enough to accommodate their reality. The reality is they have small children, they need to be able to run home at a whim. Mtoto ni mgonjwa, kunanyesha, nguo zinanyeshewa, etc., etc. So I've ended up with a workshop full of women from my local community. All my employees walk to work. And I went from not having a PIN when the lady from Absa was trying to get me to open a She Stars account, to being fully registered, paying dues, NSSF, NHIF, housing levy, to Kondani. So I'm saying this to say that there's a real value when big companies take on little companies like mine, because my vision was very small on my own, but with the right partners, I was able to see the potential and also to be able to see the potential beyond for myself. I am French, I love money, so there's also that reality. And so I can only say that today, if you come to MokoMaya, you will find women from the community who have gained skills that they otherwise did not have, because we fabricate our own machines and they're able to learn how to work these machines and produce for the company. And so, thank you, Absa.
Thank you very much, Nyandia. Congratulations on the work that you're doing. Because Bwana PS has to leave, wouldn't it be nice if he got something from the work that you do as a keepsake and also as an example of what many people are doing here? Bwana Ngeno, Bwana PS would like to invite you up here on stage to just receive this gift. It's a lot of good work that Nyandia is doing at MokoMaya with the women, and of course this is something you can tell the story about in terms of how women are being empowered.
I forgot to say Absa is a client now.
Yeah, good. That's important. And so this is all about converting glass bottle waste into beautifully handcrafted, and these are usually one-of-a-kind handmade pieces. And Nyandia is doing some good work in terms of closing the loop on waste, particularly glass waste, and creating bespoke items. So, Bwana PS, this is something you would consider gifting, perhaps within the ministry, and gifts that you have when guests come. We know you have a huge delegation of international ministers and others. All of this is former waste. Bwana PS?
Yeah, as I live, I was listening, part of our programming is waste recycling. Waste to energy, or waste is wealth. And I was just asking whether you've been connected to our National Environment Management Authority, who are responsible for promoting the green innovations, and your work could be easily expanded if you could easily connect with them. I know I have also the CEO of National Environment Trust Fund. They have a program on green innovations, and I think this is part of the program that we could help you to expand. Our role is to really make sure that the waste is recycled back. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you, Nyandia, and thank you very much, Bwana PS, for that. We really thank you for your time here today. We understand that you